Hi, I'm Ken Krell. Speakers, authors, coaches, thought leaders come to me to discover how they can take their current position and turn it into high-powered, high-profit, transformational digital events. I can do the same for you too. You're about to watch an excerpt of one of our online events that I think you may find very powerful. After that, I'll meet you and we'll talk about it. Welcome to the Really Useful Show. I'm your host, Ken Krell, and today I got something really different and special for you. And I'm excited about it because you may never think that some of the things you take for granted can be giant profit centers for you. Think about calligraphy, for example. And I've got a special guest, Cheryl Tefft, who's going to talk about how she uses calligraphy to generate thousands of dollars of income. She's created a training business for calligraphers, does commissions for calligraphy in a big way, and has turned this into something that blows my mind. Cheryl, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Ken. I'm delighted to be here. Thank you for having me.
I am thrilled to have you. I would never have thought of calligraphy as something to learn at the high level at which you teach. I'd never thought of calligraphy as being any kind of significant business. Tell us about how that all goes together and what the opportunities are there.
Well, one of the things that I have discovered over the last few years is that my calligraphy students have come back to me and they've often told me that they got a value that they weren't expecting out of studying with me. And what that was they found that in the process of studying calligraphy, they were able to focus in a way that allowed them to push all of the negative experiences that are going on in the world today, all of that sort of thing, whether it's in their own life or in the world in general. They've been able to just push all of that aside, sit down and focus in a way that is unique, because we carry around so much stress with us all the time.
Yeah.
And this has been a key to allowing people to deal with everything that's going on and find that peaceful center for themselves to be able to cope with the rest of their life.
You know, I would never have thought of calligraphy as therapy, if you will, but that's a really cool way. I mean, maybe we have people that do that with crocheting and knitting and things like that. So it does make a heck of a lot of sense. What, for those of us lay people that, well, I just even writing, people look at my handwriting and go, what is wrong with you? What kind of tips would you give to the layperson to use the skill set of calligraphy and apply it to their lives?
Well, what I always say to people is it's something that can give you a gift, and it's just applying it to your life. I know that not everybody is going to want to sit down and spend several years studying calligraphy.
Several years?
Yes.
Yikes.
Well, it takes between 5,000 and 10,000 hours to make a master.
Right.
And in the calligraphy industry, we talk about that as, because most people practice their calligraphy at the kitchen table, we refer to that as wearing out a lot of kitchen tables.
Okay.
So that is, I mean, not everybody is prepared to put in that kind of time. And
yeah.
I understand that. What I always say to people is maybe calligraphy is the thing that will allow you to dial in on that kind of peace and stress reduction. And it allows you also to create things that are beautiful, that other people really appreciate. I'll tell you, it's amazing to me. People who have never studied calligraphy are not nearly as critical. So when somebody starts studying calligraphy, what happens is they start creating things, and we can push them out of the nest enough to get them to show their work to other people. What happens is other people say, oh, that's amazing. How did you do that? And one of the things that I always tell my students is, when somebody tells you how good your work is, don't contradict them. Just say thank you.
Exactly.
Just say thank you. Don't tell them what's wrong with it. That's for class. That's when you pick it apart because you're not happy with it. Tell them thank you and appreciate the fact that you've created something that gave somebody a lift to their day. They can put it on their wall. They can, just look at it on their desk and enjoy it. When you do somebody's name for them, that is really special. Personalized things are important. So when you do an envelope, I'm sorry, you're needing to stop me, aren't you?
I love your passion, but we're running out of time, and I want to make sure we get in the important stuff. I got two things I want to ask you. Number one, real quick, what kind of income potential does a calligrapher have when they train with you?
Well, it's basically infinite. It really is. It's up to you and what you put into it.
Okay, well,
like anything else in life.
What's the average calligrapher that, again, we'll use that you've trained? What's their income potential? They're going to invest with you to be a calligrapher. What should they expect to earn? Because obviously,
$100,000.
Seriously,
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. Okay, so now if someone wants to learn more about that and learn how they can generate $100,000 in 3 days, no, it's not 3 days, but if they want to play that bigger 6-figure game, what's the best way that they can connect with you?
What I've prepared is I'm giving people access to a class that I did, an introductory class. And people come in, they learn a little bit about calligraphy. They learn about the history of calligraphy, tools, and I do some demonstration. I do a little walk through history of calligraphy. And in addition, people can create their own decorated letter. It's a class I call Introduction to Calligraphy and Illumination. So we get both sides of the picture there. And you can create your own decorated letter. It's at a beginner level, so it's approachable for most people. And you'd be amazed at what you can do with just a little bit of instruction. And I'm giving everybody access to that.
Awesome. So let's do this. We'll get that to our team. We'll get that in the show notes. And so everybody, what you need to do is go to reallyusefulshow.com, go to the show notes for the calligraphy exhibition we have with Cheryl Tefft. Download that, and her contact information will be there as well if you want to go down that road. Cheryl, thrilled to have you with us. Thank you so much. I never knew there was all this involved with calligraphy. So for things I take for granted, thanks for sharing that. Ladies and gentlemen, Cheryl Tefft. So that's one short taste of how you can use the power of digital events to help people transform their lives and find a new way to live. Want to learn how you can put it to use in your own business? Well, stick with me for the Digital Events Essentials Plan. It's called DEEP. It'll take you through how you can plan, produce, and profit from your own online events. It's pretty great, it's pretty free, and I think you'll like it pretty much. So come join me. Click the link either in the description below or somewhere on this video itself, and we'll take you over there. It's completely free. I think you're going to love it, and it will give you the plan you need to plan, produce, and profit from your own digital events.